Hello, welcome to week 2. This week we will learn about reading instruction that will assist your students with becoming lifelong readers. We will look at 2 important aspects of the balanced literacy framework: shared reading and interactive read aloud. These instructional practices play key roles in both decoding and comprehension instruction. As you are reviewing the reading materials and the videos this week, please think about the differences and similarities between shared reading and interactive read aloud. Be mindful of how your thinking shifts regarding best practices for reading to and with children. There are several videos on shared reading. Notice that with emergent and early readers, even with intermediate readers for shared reading, it is an enlarged text. It has to be enlarged. Here's a video with an explanation of interactive read aloud. Here's an example of a 5th grade teacher doing an interactive read aloud. One of the articles that you're going to be reading this week is from Reading Rockets, and it is on shared reading, and there also is a video with that. Reading assignments for the week. I've talked about the videos. Chapter 4 in our guided reading book talks about shared and performance reading across the grades. Chapter 3 talks extensively about shared reading. Pages 70 through 76 illustrate for you the basic components of a shared reading example with an shared reading lesson with an example. Please note the first reading of a shared reading text. The teacher reads it to the students. We want students to enjoy the story and think about the meaning first. We want them to discover if there's rhyme or rhythm or repetition and understand how the story works before we begin instruction. So before you do your lesson with your student this week, be sure that you have read the shared reading text prior to your lesson with the student. Here are 2 more articles about shared reading and the benefits. This week, after watching the videos and doing the readings, you're going to be creating your own shared reading lesson. There are 5 steps for you to follow. You're going to post your lesson and video to a YouTube link on the discussion board. Remember that in shared reading, you are reading with the student also. It's not just the student. Step 1, you're going to choose a big book or an enlarged text appropriate to your licensure area. Many libraries have big books. You can print off a small book from Reading A to Z and enlarge it. You can use a projector to project something. In the upper elementaries, it's not uncommon to use shared reading with an informational passage to discuss the text features specific to that genre. You will use your chosen reading selection to plan your shared reading activities. Step 2, choose a grade level that you will target appropriate to your licensure area. Step 3, use the shared reading plan form to plan 5 days worth of activities for your book. You're going to need to put the title of the text, the author, the appropriate grade level, what your lesson focus is going to be, a standard that matches that focus, and your procedure. So you're going to do that for 5 days. Step 4, you're going to choose 1 day to highlight out of your 5. And you're going to complete a detailed lesson plans, prepare the materials, and teach it to your student. Again, you're going to have that standard. Procedure, I want this explicit, step by step, what you're going to do and what the students are going to do. After teaching the lesson, reflect on what you think went well and what could be improved. So you're just taking one of your days and expanding it out. If you have questions about that, please ask me before you submit. You're going to post your video and all 5 days plans to Moodle. So you're going to submit the 5-day plan and your extended 1-day plan. If you have questions, please ask me. Here are the Ohio's learning standards for the English language arts. That's where you're going to find your standards. Make sure to review the video guidelines and the rubric so you know that you have everything in the video that needs to be there. Here are the week-long plan forms and your single-day plan form. Again, if you have questions, please ask. Please remember, shared reading is an enlarged text. I look forward to watching your videos. Thank you.